Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we have got the VHS 4-pack for Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. Finally came in from Neca, and everybody's getting those pre-orders in finally. It's so awesome to finally end up getting all these. But a few shipping errors. A lot of people I've noticed have been getting a lot of dings and scrapes up on their boxes and everything, and I mean, kind of sucks when like these are once in a lifetime collectible things, you know, like you're not gonna just go to the store and find these or anything like that. Like, probably never gonna re-release them, and we got to deal with damaged packaging on it. But outside of the weight, let's go ahead and take a look at how these are. It's got a nice whole synopsis in the background, all these different like photos and stuff, and tells you a little bit of what's in there and whatnot. Real nice packaging and everything. Let's let this swing around here. Excuse the little light reflections. A big box, can't figure out how to get rid of these light reflections on here. But see, how's that looking there? Let's get rid of this one real quick. There we go. All right. Now, the cool thing about these VHS packs is that, bam, it's just a VHS tape. And this just slides right on out. Ooh, there we go. So there we go. We got our Ninja Turtles 2 full setup right here. Let's see if we can look at these a little bit better. Don't think we're going to get a really good look here, especially with all these damn reflections. Well, try that. A little bit worse there. Alright, but this box, it's just exactly what you see here. Plain old box on the inside here. Got some nice photos on the back. And there you go. So let's go ahead and pull these bad boys out and see how they look. Right out of the box, just had to show this. This is really cool. This is the backing insert that's inside there. Just really cool. You can pull that out and do something with that, set them up inside the box or whatever. But right here we have got all of our turtles. We've got Leo and Donnie, Mikey and Raph. Yeah, looking pretty sweet. And a pizza box. And inside here, if you look carefully, for those that may have missed it, there is an insert here. And it's a backdrop. We'll open this up and take a better look at it. Let's go ahead and pull these bad boys out and see how they look. This is the insert. That was it, sitting there hidden away and everything. Nice little backdrop and nice thick. It is pretty thick. I don't know if you can see really how thickness there, but it is not just, it's like a thick cardboard. I like it. A little bit on the shorter side than I would have liked, but they're going to look great in there and everything. To get these turtles out, all four of them only have this around there, pointing, you can't see. They just have these ties right around their waists. That's the only thing holding them in and everything, so once you snap those off, good to go. And there we have all four bros out of the package there and everything in front of that backdrop. They look pretty good. I definitely prefer the first movie Turtles to the second movie Turtles. There's some things I like about the second one, but overall I prefer the design of the first one. Just keeping with the same scales that we've been going with these turtles, they do sit right about 6 1/4 ish. A little bit above that 6 mark line, not quite to that 6.5. So they appear to be the same exact size of the movie 1 turtles, which is pretty cool. So you'll be able to pose them all together. And I actually got the first movie turtles up here to do little comparisons with them. Like we've got Raph right here. Oh, come on, there you go. And Raph right here. And we can take a look and see some of those differences right off the bat. Let's get up in here and take a better look at them. You can tell they have different shades of green on them. Their shells are like colored a little bit differently and everything. Their masks are different tints and everything. And if you watch the movies, like they are both accurate to their own movie. So it is pretty cool to have, you know, two different options here and everything, because honestly there's some things I like about the second ones, some things I like about the first ones, some of the heads I like better on the first and second ones. Like this head does not look too bad, but you look at it at the wrong angle and like the way he's got his lips snarled just kind of throws it off. Just that stern expression on him there, kind of perfect, with that little glint in the eye and everything. That's very Raph, you know what I mean? And yeah, we've got pretty much exactly the same on everything else besides those. You know, we got the knee pads, the shoulder pads, the little wrist pads there and everything. I don't think the second movie Turtles come with interchangeable little back pieces here, like the first ones did. Maybe the 2-packs at Walmart, I don't know. I don't have the 2-packs. But we do have our articulation as always and everything. Very basic. You can see the way the figure itself and the shell kind of go on to each other there. They move independently of that shell. We've got our articulation, ball joint, shoulder, up and down there. We've got that rotation right there at the upper elbow. And we've got that single elbow joint there. Or do we have a double? Looks like a single. Nope, that is a double. Yep, we got that double arm joint. Yes! I love those double arm joints. Then we've got our splits. Double on the ball there, so we get that extra articulation up there in the hips. And we've got that double knee joint there, the ball on the foot. You got all your articulation you want. Perfect. So that's Raphael. And again, Soto, first movie. Try to stay in frame here. Soto and first movie. 2, 1, 1, 2. Take a look at accessories in a minute 2. Alright, now that we've got Ninja Turtles 2, Soto, Ninja Turtles 1, Mikey. Now, for this one, I think it's my favorite one of the bunch, in all honesty and everything. Like, they look the closest together. The big difference, obviously, the placement of the belt here, which can be slid down a little bit, I believe. I don't see why they would have that stuck there, which apparently they do. They have it stuck high-waisted like that. I feel like that should be a little bit lower. I feel like that should be glued. Why would it be glued like that there? It's either glued or pegged in. And if it's glued, I might just slide that down because I don't like it that high. Might be movie accurate, not entirely sure. Big difference that you got here is that he's got these holsters here for his nunchucks. So that's pretty cool. Nice little upgrade. Probably a design change for the movie too and everything. Like, hey, it was hard to have these damn nunchucks all without like having a place to put them. You know, we all always kind of just slid them in there anyway. But the face, probably my favorite face for Mikey on here and everything. Can't wait to look at the accessory pack, see what head came on him. Got different size, like on the shell here. We've got this big old one here and this big old one here, whereas here we've got the 3 little ones, but then we've got the little ones here and the whole. It's nice to see like the differences there. You can tell that all of the second movie ones seem to be very much lighter shaded and everything, and it kind of reminds me of the Toon line, how they got like the light green and then like the dark green ones, and this is like what it feels like when I look at those, you know. Like you can just kind of tell that difference there. But as far as articulation and everything going, you stay. It's all the same. I find it a little bit annoying on some of these guys. It seems like their necks come up a little bit too high, and you can't get them to really look the way you want them to look. And like I feel like that's just a massive design flaw, and I feel like these guys didn't have that. It's like you can see like they're a little bit farther down. I don't know if you can tell exactly what I'm talking about here, but this overreach of the shell comes up right about here on the movie one. You can move that head up and down, and that doesn't inhibit it, so you can look up, look down, straight ahead, you know. And here, his especially is coming up so high. Why won't we focus in on this? There we go. His is coming up so high. I don't know if that's like a design error or like what that is going on there, but that ain't right. Like, you know, he's kind of looking down and stuck looking down, and you can't get that head to move up anywhere. Like, you're gonna have to lean him back to get his head facing the way you kind of want him to and everything, and I don't like that. Big gripe there. Let's take a look at another one real quick. Now we got the Leos here, and right off the bat you can totally see that difference and everything of like this dark blue here for his bandana from the first movie, and this very, very light blue that almost mimics like the terrible blue mask and the masks of you know, the Next Mutation show. It's the like honestly, like when I first seen this figure, I thought like did they make a Venus figure, you know, like why would they do that? And I kind of laughed my ass off, and then when I realized that it was like the second movie, and like, you know, it is accurate, like he does have a much lighter mask, but I mean it's just so off-putting, and then you put that big old smile on his face, and like all of the second movie turtles seem to have this kind of smile as their basic face, and like it's just like screams so wrong to me. It's just so makes like these ones are like live action figures for me, and like I really kick ass, just I love them so much and everything. And then these ones like kind of brought that like realism of the turtle out of it for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like it literally felt like, you know, them trying to make the Sonic movie and like everybody hating on the CGI at first, you know what I mean? Like it just like it's obviously a work of fiction, you know what I mean? I don't know if that comes across the way I want it to, but big differences that we notice here, the shells obviously, and then like he's got this like up super high, and like, you know, he's got this like kind of in the middle. And yeah, biggest thing you can notice here is back here, this has a lot less detail than the first movie did. And then the first movie had like the opening faced out, whereas he has the opening faced in, if that makes sense, you know. So like your swords are gonna show through here and stuff. Like if we just quickly throw one of those in there, you're gonna see that sword there, versus like him, like you're gonna see it on his backside. Again, lighter shade, darker shade, differences on the shell, very minor, just that tone. Articulation, again, super high neck. Let's look back at that Raph. We didn't point that out on him, but he's got it too. So like all these second movie turtles, like their heads just aren't gonna look up, and that kind of sucks, especially on that Mikey, because that Mikey, I feel like the way that his head sculpt is, like he's just naturally going to be always looking down. And I'm excited to see what they came with in the accessory kit for a spare head, because I feel like I might end up using that if I can get him to actually look kind of more the direction I want him to look. Again, you got the same articulation as you did on the other twos. So let's take a look at Donnie, get into some of these accessories. So here we got our Donnies, movie 1, movie 2, Soto, no name. But there we go. Donnie's both look good. They got both these little loops that you can put that bow staff in and everything. They're just kind of fabric ties. He's got black on the back here instead of brown like he does. And same here, he's got the black on the shoulders as well. And we're gonna have to look at Donnie again once we get these accessories, because he actually comes with a whole replacement forearm, and we're gonna have to figure out how that really works. It just pops out here and here, or how that works, because this, oh, this is the watch wrist. That's pretty cool. The other one must be just the basic wrist, but if you look here, let's see if we can get this to look. It just folds back and it has the little watch face. That is pretty cool. I wish it did something more than fold back, like maybe like just pegged in a little bit, because I mean, I'm probably gonna have to add some heat to that or something to get it to stick down a little bit more the way that I would want it to, or maybe just even rip that whole piece off, just because like I really don't want that just flapping around, and that's literally all that's gonna do. Apply some heat, get like yeah, I wouldn't go so far as a heat gun. The hair dryer would do just fine, but I mean, one of the two, if you know what you're doing with the heat gun, go ahead and just and mold that into place, let it dry, and maybe it'll stick a little bit better if it comes kind of doing this to you. Because let's be honest, nobody's gonna want that on their figure. It should have had like a little, like, I don't know, popping something, like that's something. For the most part, these guys look pretty similar. He's got a much more rounded face. He's got a much more like bleh face and everything. They both come out to their little beaky points here and stuff, which I always thought was kind of odd. Their purples, again, a little bit lighter, but they're a lot closer in color, it seems, than like some of the other ones. Maybe Mikey is the only one that like is like closest in color, followed by him. Yeah. Freckles in different spots and everything too. I dig them. I definitely still prefer movie 1 over movie 2, but both are definitely great for your collection. Alright, let's go ahead and pop out some accessories and take a look at what we got going on there. Alright, let's go ahead and zoom this out a little bit, adjust this. Should have done that before I started the video back, sorry guys. But as you can see, these are all the accessories that we get. We have got ourselves a fire extinguisher. Actually feels pretty good outside of this hose and everything. This hose feels a little iffy on like if that's going to stick together for you or not, but pretty cool nonetheless. Then we've got, of course, Donnie's alternate arm. Let's see, we're losing a little bit of light here. Let's see if we can do it this way. So we have got just a basic arm, and so it looks like that ball joint on his elbow will pop out of the socket on that one, and then you just replace this and then hand it. So pretty simple there. We've got 2 TGRI canisters, one full of ooze and one empty. Pretty cool to have both of them. I'm hoping the accessory pack has the correct one, because that's what I really want to see. Then I thought this was pretty cool to add to the set. They even have this in the 2-pack, I heard, and pretty nice. Like, it's pretty cool to see this. Like, I'm surprised they didn't give you the little inflatable clown thing too in the accessory pack, but this is pretty neat. Then we have got not only Mikey's nunchucks, but we have also got the nun meat sticks, the nunchucks, the nun meat chucks, whatever you want to call them, chucked roast. There you got it. Pretty cool. And then of course we have got Mikey's nunchucks, and they are on that same flimsy little like wannabe paperclip that the first movie ones were on. I wish they would like put a little like metal chain on that or something, especially for the VHS 4-pack, you know, as like a little special, like, hey, like higher quality thing, because you know these are gonna snap on you. But Leo's katanas, You got 2 of them. Of course, you got 2 of the nunchucks. You got 2 of the meat chucks. You got 2 of the sais. And then you got the bow staff. Just pull that out real quick. Looks pretty good. This one actually came in pretty perfectly straight too. Like, what? No warping on it. And of course, we've got the sai. And the cool thing is we get a pizza box, and we get pizza, and we get a piece of pizza that can go on the sai, and it's dripping cheese. That, my friends, is a really cool accessory. That's awesome. Then you get the pizza box, and it even opens. You get 4 half-eaten pieces of pizza with the crust. And it opens. It has the grease stains on it, and you can close it back. This is paper, so you probably, if you're using it or having it out, or like, it's gonna get destroyed. Like, just be wary of that. But you can totally, like, there's places you can print this kind of stuff off, fold up on your own and everything. I'm really glad that they gave it to you pre-folded, because I don't want to mess with folding one of these. Like, I hate any kind of work in my own, like, what I have to do when I open something. I don't like model kits. Like, you know, it's not what I'm here for. I'm going to mess something up and it's not going to look the way it's supposed to. Really cool pizza boxes though. But there you have it. You got everything there. The only thing we didn't cover was the alternate hands, and these are literally just the same kind of hands that like all of your other turtles have come with. Basically, you've got pointy hands, you've got thumbs up hands, you've got open faced hands. We can look up here a little bit. There we go. Open faced hands, and then we've got like more grippy kind of hands for different kind of grips. But there you have it. You've got your turtles, and comparing them to the first movie Turtles, and VHS pack, super awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for bearing with me on this long one. Had 4 figures to cover and 4 comparisons. But until next time, guys.